I was in for it in a month, and by the time I closed, it was 2 or 3 months. It had definitely paid for itself.
Yeah,
So
absolutely. Keith, I appreciate you joining the call so much. So I am super excited about this call because we got to talk about making money with Courtesy Custom AI, right?
absolutely.
I know we always talk about booked appointments and we talk about opportunities that people get, but I know people have the question like, are people actually closing deals? And you closed a deal. Let's go. So tell us about it, Keith. What happened?
Um, wow. So when she first reached out, um, she had clicked on the Facebook ad and she told me how much she was qualified for, which was going to be extremely difficult to find her something.
Hmm.
So I connected her up with my lender. Um, so let's not get the cart before the horse. I talked to her, um, established that relationship on the phone. I had my computer available when I was talking to her, so I was able to uh, do a quick search to see what was in available for her. And like I said, her initial amount was very small, and there wasn't. But I expressed interest that I was very interested in working with her and seeing what we could do, and I accepted the challenge of being able to find it. We established in that conversation a very good relationship, and I referred her to my lawyer, who then um, qualified her actually double of what she originally told us that the other lender, and I talked to the other lender. So I verified she had only been qualified for that amount. So I talked to my lender. She got her qualified for double, and that set us on the search. She was excited to be working with both of us, with somebody that was willing to try to figure it out. And we got her into a home. We looked at several homes, made an offer on one that didn't get accepted, and ended up finding her home that she loves.
Nice. Okay, so how long had you been with Courtesy Custom AI before this lead came in?
I think I joined in January,
Hmm.
and maybe 3 weeks or so before I actually made a connection with somebody. It might have been four, but I don't think it was that long.
What do you mean by
Because we've
that?
actually been closed now for 3 weeks or so. And, you figure contract time looking at, yeah, it would have had to have been within 3, 4 weeks at most of starting with custom AI.
That you closed with the buyer?
No, that we made the connection.
Okay.
We worked together. It took us probably a month or so to find her a house that met what she needed. And then you go through closing, you go through all of that. So, because yeah, we've been closed since the middle of April,
Nice.
and we started at the end of January. So it
Yeah.
was a pretty quick process.
Nice. Do you feel like there was anything special that you did to make this happen, or was this lead just pretty motivated and ready to go?
I would honestly say it's a little of both because, I've had a lot of leads that didn't want to uh, work with me. Okay.
Okay.
I get them on the phone. I had a gentleman the other day tell me I was scamming him, and I tried to reassure him, and he pretty much hung up on me. So I put him on D&D.
Yeah.
Um, but I think it was her motivation along with me taking the time to understand her situation, to talk it out with her, tell her, I can maybe help you out, but I'm not making any promises. And once you get that relationship established, I think it helps out a lot, you
Yeah.
know. And some people are more receptive to it than others. I mean, I have um, two other people that I'm in conversation with on a regular basis. They've not signed any document, but they're taking my calls. We're having those conversations, and Um, I had one lady that started the conversation and sounded and then ghosted me.
Yeah.
So it
Right.
really depends on the client's
Yeah.
motivation.
Absolutely. Absolutely. What do you think about the service as a whole and the booked appointments and the way that everything works?
Um, well, I was very skeptical in the beginning. I mean, I actually tried Courtesy Custom um, back in the fall,
Hmm.
and I had some negative responses, and I let it get in my head, and I pulled the plug.
Sure.
And then I came back to you in January saying, okay, let's try again. We're getting ready to enter into the spring market. Maybe I can find somebody that's not going to be as nasty, about getting, and it's worked. I mean, like I said, I've started the conversations with multiple people. I have closed one deal, which is exciting,
Yeah.
very exciting. But I do anticipate being able to assist these other people when they are ready. But it takes the follow-up, it takes the communication, you know, like the most recent one, she said she wanted to talk to my lender, she wanted to find things out, and then she never followed up. I followed up and she didn't take my call.
Hmm.
And then she called me 2 days later and said, I'm so sorry. Life has been crazy. I am interested, you know.
Okay.
So that's why I don't have any contract with her yet. But it's showing the willingness to work with them in their individual situation, and, assuring them that you're there for their best interest. When these are all, I mean, all of mine have been pretty much buyers. I haven't had any seller. I mean, I've had some leads, but none that have followed up,
Hmm.
none that have reached back out or responded to the communications. I mean, I have even tried, for those that have been getting some repeat stuff, I've tried different direct text saying, "Hey, I understand you're really interested in getting a home. I'm available right now. Do you have just a couple of minutes for us to talk?"
Right.
So far, it's not worked, but I'm trying that communication in addition to what the AI system is doing.
Gotcha. Okay. And how was your return on investment from this deal?
Um, well, I guess return on investment, I'm on my fourth month now with in closing one deal. It's paid for itself at this point. If I keep going forward and I don't close any more deals, then, but the return on investment, I feel like it's getting my name out there and getting me the contacts. It may not be immediate, you know, but I was in for it in a month, and by the time I closed, it was 2 or 3 months. It had definitely paid for itself.